Good evening all. In tonight's episode I've been up to the loft and pulled out this kid's road bike. Now I stole the wheels off this from my son's bike a while back, but it only cost me about £10 because it's ancient and has down tube shifters. Fortunately this has a 1-inch headset too, so I've managed to steal a washer off this and put it onto my Diamondback Ascent so that I can carry on with the build without spending any more money. So it just shows, if you keep absolute rubbish in your loft, then you can use it when you need it. And there's loads of extra parts still left on this that I might steal at a later date. But yeah, basically, if you can see this block nut here, this piece, this has a narrower lip with a smaller diameter around the top, and that won't screw down any further than the top of the fork. So my fork on the Diamondback is a threaded steerer tube, but once this had screwed down to the top of the fork, there was still a gap here. So there's this gap between this this lock nut and this initial bearing cover nut. So what I needed was an additional washer in between there, and now I've got that. There's no play, no more wiggle, job's a good one. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with the build. The next bit of the build is where I start to throw some colour at the bike. It starts to get exciting. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Please subscribe and follow the whole of my Spindatt trasherbash competition build here on the TriRealHard channel. Thanks for your support so far. I'm enjoying communicating with people in the comments. Instagram TriRealHard has also started to get some likes. So without further ado, here's the footage of me getting the headset sorted. There's just a little bit of an issue with the headset in that once I've tightened it down fully, there's still play in it. And I've tried to install a headset spacer, but it's a 1 1/8 headset spacer. And the problem with that is that it moves left to right. So I've actually been up to the loft, and in the loft I have this. So this actually has a similar headset on it, and that seems to have pretty much the same kind of washer between the two screwing nut type parts of the headset on above the top cup. So I'm going to ratchet this bike for parts basically. So I'll just take the Ascent off the bike stand, take this headset apart and see if I can use just the washer to mean that I can continue with my competition build. Just pop this on the ground. It doesn't have enough seat tube. It doesn't have enough seat tube to be able to clamp it, so I'm going to actually have to turn this around and clamp it on the top tube. I ended up on the wrong side of the bike there, haven't I? It's quite a fat top tube on this, so. Right, so I just need what looks to be a 6mm Allen key to get these handlebars off, and I'm just trying to steal, I don't know if you can see there, I'm just trying to steal the washer that's sitting in that headset. Looks a little bit rusty, but if I can clean it up a bit, then hopefully it'll still look nice enough. Right. So it'll have a quill, it's a quill stem, so it should pull out if I loosen it enough. No. Yeah, it's moving. moving but rusty. I don't want to annoy my neighbours at 10:30 at night, so that seems to have done it anyway. Let's just get that over there. Seems like I'm going to have to disconnect the brake to get this off. Which is just a spanner attachment anyway. So it's a very old school bike. I'm not going to reuse that brake cable for any reason, so it's going to be easier to just clip it off. Like that. Pull that out. And let's just put this back together so I don't lose half the brake. That actually looks like it's been snapped off there, which is the cable adjuster. Oh well, I'll leave that. So come on, yeah. Oh yeah. So that's pretty rusty. But hopefully if I'm only wanting the washer from there, then we'll be alright. Oh wow, it won't go wide enough. That spanner won't go wide enough. Is it 32mm? I think it is. Oh yes. So that's the one. That's the one that I have specifically for doing bottom brackets. Square taper bottom brackets. Unfortunately, it fits. So it's a 32mm. That's the top nuts off, and we have this washer. Hopefully that's going to be alright. We'll see. It's got a bit of a notch in it, which might be annoying. I don't think I have many more bikes I could steal bits from, so hopefully it'll work. Worst comes to worst, I could probably file that little notch off. Let's see if you can make that out. There. There's a little notch just here. So it fits on a threaded, and a notch on the threads here. So we will see anyway, that's all I want from this bike. So we'll put the top nut back on. Take the bike down without letting it fall into my nice new project. Just leave that there a minute. Yeah, these stands are a bit pants really. These caps just come off all the time. These little blue rubberized bits that are meant to hold it in place a bit better, they come off. There we go. Back up with the Diamondback. That's a good fit. Unfortunately it's drooping down, so it's not going to be very good when I've got wheels on. Yeah, let's just take that, unscrew that, take that off. See if I can use this nut. So I've already put a 1 1/8 spacer on, which was wobbling about. So no, I can't use that unless I get rid of that notch, and I don't have a file. Oh, there is a groove. Oh, there's a groove in the... Ah, so there's actually a groove in the threaded steerer tube. So that should fit on it. Oh yeah, so that fits on the groove. And then I'll put the other one that's not got a groove in on top. And get my nice new headset bearing there. Let's grease these two so that they don't clank around together. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed this lands us in a good position. Spanner seems to be almost stuck now. That seems good. Tighten that right down. Play with the tightness a little bit better now. Yeah, if you tighten it too much, you can feel the resistance against it. So just loosen off a bit. You just want to go snug really. That feels good. I've had to steal that one washer off the other bike, but it didn't look too bad. I'll just give it a quick wipe with the baby wipe to clean the rust off, and it didn't look too bad. So yeah, I don't think it's going to detract from the look of the build too much, and it cost me nothing at this point, so yeah, I think we're good. So there we have it, headset done. I hope you enjoyed that look at the work that I'm doing on my trasherbash bike build. If you enjoyed this, then please subscribe and like and share. And I've also started an Instagram account called TriRealHard, so feel free to follow me on there. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next one, where we'll be playing with the quill stem adapter. So we'll try and get the quill stem adapter in, and hopefully the cockpit, so the handlebars and the stem. Really hope you've enjoyed this tonight. It's getting late, so I'm going to call it a night and head to bed. But yeah, we finish off with a fully functioning headset, so I'm happy with tonight's work. Thanks for watching this episode of TriRealHard. Please subscribe, like, share, hit the bell icon so that you can follow my entire Spindatt trasherbash bike build. And please support me when the time comes at the end of February by voting on the Spindatt website. Thank you very much. Good night.